So guys, here's the problem. I have around 300 different subscriptions on my YouTube account. I have a problem. Maybe I need to access the bash terminal and I'm forgetting some command, or maybe I'm building a Python app and I just can't remember how to use a certain module. Okay. I know one or two of the channels that I can go to, but there are literally 300 and I know I'm missing out on some of them. What do I do? So I've created a YouTube bot that will open up channels that you decide and search them for the content that you put in. Okay, so that's the problem. That's the solution. Okay, so how do we do it? So this is done in Python. It is a Python program. I'm not going to go into the basics of how to install Python 3 and how to install pip. It's the package manager for Python. But I will tell you that step one, once you've included Python and you got all that installed, is to download Selenium on pip. And this is Selenium 4. So Selenium 4 is in its alpha stages, so it's not stable, but it's a lot better than Selenium 3 or 2 or 1, and it is available on Python. Selenium can be run in Java and I think C# as well. And it's like a web testing tool. People use it to automatically insert data into their web apps. But we're using it as a tool to open up a whole bunch of web pages. Okay. So step one, download Selenium on pip, and I will put the link to that at the bottom. That was actually kind of hard to find for Python. It was easy to find for Java. And after that, you will download the Chrome driver. So let's check out the website to do this. You want to go to this website, Selenium. This is their documentation page. And you also want to go to this is the Selenium installation command that you put in. Okay, so I'll put this at the bottom or in the description. But once you've installed Selenium, then you download the appropriate driver for the browser that you're going to use. So is it Mozilla, Chrome, or Internet Explorer? I believe I used Chrome, but it'll tell you, let you know what versions are supported. So you download this driver. It's gonna have a zip that has a exe file, and so you just want to know where that exe file is. Okay, so we download that, and then we can get to coding. So let's go right here, and I'll have this file included at the bottom with a GitHub link. But you're going to import Selenium WebDriver. So from Selenium, import WebDriver, and we're going to first ask for search input. Okay, so we have this variable, and we're going to be inputting a search query, and you can, I'm assuming you know the input function. So you type whatever you have here, and we'll be entering in what we want to search on all of these different channels. Okay. Then you have the variable, and you're assigning it this WebDriver object. Okay, so I'm using Chrome. Again, you can check the documentation for the different browsers that you could use, but for Chrome, it's webdriver.chrome, and in parentheses we put this executable path. Okay, and that's where I downloaded that Chrome driver. Okay, and that goes right there. For Python, you want to make sure that you put this R in front of this pathway. That, or you have to flip these slashes. Okay, so you have to make them forward slashes rather than backslashes. I forget why that is, but that's a you can look that up in Stack Overflow if you're curious about that. So after that, this is how we open up a window in with Selenium. So now that we've created this driver object, we can use the get method. So driver.get, this will actually open up a new window. Okay, and so we're going to this channel right here, and the key here, okay, is to include this slash search $query equals, okay? Because if you just go to the channel, it'll give you this left portion, but you also want to search it, okay? So we add this, and then we concatenate on our search variable, whatever we're searching for, okay? After that, it's a pretty redundant process of opening up a new tab and directing that tab to the appropriate website. So we go driver.switch2.new window, and in that parameter for new window, we include tab. And this is something unique to Selenium 4. It was pretty, I had to do a lot of troubleshooting to try and get this to work in Selenium 3. There's some sort of issue with Chrome and how it takes Selenium key instructions, and honestly it was just a pain in the butt. So I found out that Selenium 4, which just came out like last year and this year, it's been in development, that it has this really sweet function that just lets you do it quick. So driver switch to new window, it'll open up a new tab, and then we're going to direct it to another channel with that search variable. Now do that over and over and over again. Honestly, you could put as many in here as you want or as little. That's up to you, but that's how you open up. This will open up new tabs. You're not opening up new windows. So let's go ahead and run this. We'll go run Python file in terminal. What are we going to do? How to access DNS. So it'll open up the Chrome browser and direct it. And honestly, this process takes some time. As you'll see exactly how fast it is. But what I'll do is I'll just put this search in, I'll minus this, and it'll just be opening up tabs in the background. So I'll be working on other things as this iterates through the program. And so yeah, so we'll minus that and we'll come back to it, and we'll have open as many as we have here. So what else can be said about this program? You know, that's it in a nutshell. I was just so tired of looking through all 284 plus of my subscriptions, and for some reason YouTube doesn't give you a good way to categorize them. So I put in some issues here that you might encounter, and that is either one, system environment variable set up properly and module installed via pip. So just make sure you have your system environment variables. If you don't know what that is, I'd Google it or YouTube it. It's what allows the command prompt to the terminal to understand the commands that you put into it. And the module is obviously via pip. That's the Python package manager. The drivers, and the next issue might be the driver isn't the correct one for your version of Firefox or Chrome. So if it's not working, you might want to check your Chrome version or Firefox version. And the other issue might be that you're using Selenium 3. And there are other websites, I guess Selenium's old websites, that have their documentation for Selenium 2 and 3. And again, I just ran into a lot of difficulties with that. I don't know why. I had a lot of trouble opening up a new tab in my Chrome. I also use this playlist. It goes through all the ins and outs of Chrome Selenium, and you can find a lot of YouTube instructionals. I liked this one in particular, so I'll put that down at the bottom as well. So you know, if you want to go further into Selenium, you can. And what else? What else might I say? That's about it. Let's see what we've opened up. So we got Professor Messer. So you can see down here how to access DNS. It's actually inserted that query. So some of them, the channel has no content, right? And that can be the problem. So I have all of these channels we're opening up. And assumably you could download or create different categories. So if you have 20 Python channels, you could have just a Python search that you run. Some other interesting issues that I ran into, if anyone wants to try and figure it out, is at first when I was trying just the point and click method rather than just putting it in the URL, is I tried to select this button. So if you go, for example, to, let's say Colt Steel, right? And you have this here. So it's going to open up. How are we going to point and click? This is how I was doing it on Selenium 3, where you want it to click on a search box, open that up, type something in, and click enter, right? And I had a lot of difficulty finding this button right here. If anyone knows how to find that in the elements in their source page, that'd be interesting. You know, I know it has something to do with the iframes, and Selenium has something to select different iframes, but I just couldn't find it on the YouTube's page. It was too big and was just a big pain in the butt. So I ended up not doing that and using the newer method, which I do. It just seems so much easier. But I'm kind of curious about that. So anyway, that is the bot. It will open up as many tabs as you needed to and put in a search. So I hope you enjoyed that, and you all have a good day.